First of all, something really, really serious, yeah, which is I really encourage you to keep on doing that aesthetic connection with yourself. I really encourage you to do that so that you can literally carry that over into your appreciation of ATM. And please open that up to, you know, when you're on your own, it's easier to do because you do have then your own selection to listen to or look at or privacy and dance in or whatever it is, whatever sensation, because there is favorite foods and favorite foods can be a totally aesthetic experience. So I would, that's my serious note, I would encourage you to keep on doing that. And I'll hand over. There's a part.
At work. Mike keeled over at work and died. And I said, Mike. And I said, oh my God, Mike keeled over and died. And I said, oh my God, what are you going to do? And he said, well, I'm thinking of just getting a replacement. I said, you're joking. You can't just, that's terrible. And that's terrible. I mean, how does everybody feel? Aren't they in a state of shock? No. Then it turns out that the microwave at work.
Oh, that's great. Mike waved and died. Okay, so then I feel much better. Thank you very much. It's the same thing. All right. Okay. So now I can tell you, do I need to tell you a funny story now? I don't really, but I'll tell you anyway. And it's in relationship to that lesson that you watched this morning with Feldenkrais being the rabbi. I've mentioned several times that when I was going through my training, which some of you have had lessons with Ruth. Ruth went through the same training. We were over at Albert Park Lake in a function center, which was really a basketball court. That's really what it was, probably about the size of this room. But a basketball court, bare floor, and every year they would have carpet in storage, and they would carpet the whole lot, and it'd be in mothballs. So you'd lie on the floor, and all you could smell is, yeah. Anyway, so here's the scene: big, large auditorium, 120 people in the room. As you come up, and it was up on the first floor, so you come up on the first floor, and there'd be a landing, and half the quarter of the auditorium was windowed, so you could look through the window into the space. Okay, so that's first part. The second part of the story, our training was sponsored by a university, La Trobe University, through the Department of Health Sciences. And so our graduation process involved the university. So one day, the person who had organized the training, like Jenny has for you guys, she brought in some of the faculty. And here I was. And I look, and I'm going, those people looking over there. It's like they were the suits looking through this window. And my wife was visiting at that time, and she was also outside, and she was privy to what they were saying. And it turned out they were looking at a room of 120 people doing this lesson, doing this. And the faculty, the suits, were saying, what is it that they're doing? Feldenkrais? I was like, oh my God, that is not the lesson to bring them in on. We were watching the video, and we're all, all of that, Yeah. A true story, absolutely true story. And Joanne told me afterwards, she said, you guys have no idea what a bad rap you got that day. And to tell you, back there, so this is a little bit on, well, it's kind of funny, but also kind of serious. The organizer for that was a staff member. I can't remember her name. Lorraine, something or other. Anyway, she'd encountered Feldenkrais in a therapeutic setting, as it was kind of exposed, as she was exposed to. And then at her graduation 4 years later, she said this. She said, in that first 4 weeks, because our segments were 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks. She said, in that first 4 weeks, I was ready to pull the plug. She said, I thought, what on earth is this? This is nothing like I experienced it. This is not what I wanted. I almost pulled the plug. And then she said, I'm so glad I didn't. And I thought, okay, that's a good testament. Yeah. So she stayed with it. She stuck with it. She stayed in the room, and she found the relevance. Whatever she found, that's what she found. And so she was glad she didn't pull the plug. All right. Which brings us to this afternoon. We have 2 more lessons. They're not long lessons, but they are in the same vein that we've been doing. And between those 2 lessons, there'll be a time for us to talk a little bit, me to kind of draw strings together, strings that you've already heard, but just put them into a nice little skein. Yep. And then we'll do the finish off the last lesson. Yep. So, preface to the lesson that you're about to do. There's nothing in the lesson that you're about to do that you haven't done. Everything that you've done is in this lesson. It's just a culmination. And here's my invitation to you. That same kind of internal state that you generated in the prayer. Now, let's not just call it, no, I'm just going to take that word prayer, put it off to one side here, and just say that same state of very close, attentive listening to yourself. As much as you can in this lesson, generate that state. So I'll take you through it. First one, looking through the gap, looking through the gap, looking through the gap. Second one, head through the gap, head through the gap, head through the gap. Back to this one. Can you do it like it's almost a dream? Do you know what I mean? When you generate that state, and it's so small and you can't tell, am I doing it? Am I not doing it? Generate it like a dream, but be really clear that it's the same form. So here's a warning. When you start to do it, it can really quickly deteriorate into just simply turning your head. Turn the head. But look, where the intention's gone. This direction, that direction. Turning the head doesn't get you through the gap. So I can be, if I amplify my dream a little bit, it's like, can you see that that's not that? That's what I mean. So keep the form, but really bring it down to like it's almost a thought. Because that is going to prepare you for the next step, which is going really fast. And you heard me say this morning, it's possible to go really fast if you do it really small. If you do it big, you need a lot of power. Your choice. Keep it small, dreamy, or powerful, as you choose. Why not do both? Yeah. So fast, fast. And that's the end of the lesson. Yeah. All right. So please find your space on